It's a brisk night in the Midwest, but we've got football at Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Cincinnati Bengals. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
On two, ready? Here we go, here we go, here we go.
They'll start with the option. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. The Bengals had 8-6 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Here's Higgins out on the right side. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Here we go.
Now Gino on first down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. A shotgun snap for Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, here's Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for a Bengals TD. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3-and-out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on third down, Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Here we go on fourth. Smith. Got his man. That's Harry. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there. But they do convert on fourth. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw is Smith. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Geno now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, Smith. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. (14-0) the score. This is the NFL. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Geno Smith, 31 yards. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
On 2.
The Bengals drive about to get going. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone.
Here we go.
Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands. That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This is taken around the 12. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there, because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Smith on 1st down. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Second and 2.
Now.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Now it's Smith. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and is pumped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They snap it to Smith. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers at that situation, they really become magnified.
Open man here is Conklin. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have it here just past the 25.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The pass there over the middle to start things out. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 2nd and 10. Now Smith. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Now, there's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line.
On 1, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Sticking with Walker on second down. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He completes this to Walker. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to make it fourth down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from fourth down to first. They'll fake it. Now Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Smith going to try and run with it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Third quarter action here on Christmas Day. Hope everyone's having a blessed holiday season. 2nd and 10 right now. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing on third down, Smith. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Myers' kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
On 1, right?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Runs over it, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Running left is Walker. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Now,
they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up the 4th down. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
There we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
11.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
12. Stop.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
11 MC tank.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. From the 41, Burrow. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. A good gain on 1st has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Throw out wide to Walker. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Play action. It's Smith. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
To the air again, Smith. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll take this one down near the 15. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Blankenship's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shot.